it was more that I felt like writing the book was something that I really, well, I needed to share my story. I didn't know initially how that was going to happen. And then it sort of manifested as writing a book. I never thought that I would write a book. I've talked about it even energetically that after because I ended up writing sort of two books. Like I wrote too much and then I had to work with an editor to shape it down into a memoir format. So I purged all of this out. And I've talked about how when I finished writing, I actually became pregnant with my son. And I feel like it was just this profound experience of getting that out of my body and feeling a lot freer and when I found my diary and my writings, it was because I was going through a storage unit and I was moving and it was sort of like in my face again. And I think I'd been always sort of like putting my past, sweeping it under the rug and not wanting to acknowledge those things. I very much lived in this state of like that disconnect from that. And so I knew that I needed to do something with it. And by doing that, it definitely freed up a lot of that space for me. I didn't care anymore, but it was more that I just felt like I could be the truest version of myself because I've been able to now do a lot of really incredible charity work and I've been able to connect with people on the most real level in that way that I was sort of doing a disservice in
Hmm.
the past by by not sharing. And so that's been the greatest gift is I just feel a lot more liberated all around. And I think that that experience then indirectly empowers you. So for sure, I mean, I feel like if I ever have any fears or doubts or reservations about things, if that's in connection with my work, then I know that I can overcome that. I don't have to live in that space anymore. So I think to get to your question, I think it's maybe more the empowerment that I've been able to bring into my life with everything that I do. I feel really, really grateful for everything that I have in my life. I feel very lucky, and I consider it sort of a duty of mine to give back in the best way that I can. And so, yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff recently that revolve around children and the betterment of children and the awareness of abuse and things like this. And it feels, and I had supported those things in the past, but it feels so good now because I'm able to really do it and really share and I feel like that's the whole reason why we're here. And that makes me feel really good and I've sort of said in relation to the book, I referred to it as if I can shave off a summer of suffering for someone, then I want to do that. If I can make it easier in any way for someone else to make the connections quicker than I did, to move past a lot of that, then that's my life's work over anything else that I could do.